What's up everybody, Steven here with Neural DSP. And today I want to show you a few useful ways on how you can use a MIDI controller to change the presets and individual components of your Neural DSP plugins. Let's jump into it. So there are three types of MIDI messages that can be sent to control your plugin: control change, program change, and notes. So it will be important for you to know which messages your controller will be able to send. So for example, if you watch the video I made with the Fortin Hydra, you know that certain pedals can only send program change or PC messages. That in turn means you'll only be able to use the PC options when programming your plugin. And there are a ton of options on the market as far as what you can buy for your own MIDI controller. You have the Mellow Audio MIDI Commander, the Nectar Pacer MIDI foot controller, the Yamaha MFC10, but in this particular case, I chose the Behringer FCB1010. And the reason I chose the Behringer is because it's in my price range, it's able to send all three different types of MIDI messages, and it has two expression pedals built into it. So there are a ton of different ways for you to set up your MIDI controller, but here are some of the most useful ways that I've found to set up mine. So for this example, I've set up my board to send two program changes from switches 1 and 2, note changes from 3 to 4, and then control changes on 6 and on 7. Now probably the thing that you guys are most excited for in this are preset changes. So let's go ahead and start by assigning some presets to some PC messages. So let's click the MIDI icon, press the plus button, scroll down to program change preset. Now let's go ahead and do Crystal Skull cleans. And I know I've set this one up to PC 40. Let's go ahead and set up a second one. So we go program change presets, and we'll go tempered steel and do this on PC 41, since I know that this one's programmed to PC 41. Now as we change, Crystal Skull cleans, tempered steel. Now the important thing is you want to match the output levels of your presets. That way you don't have a gigantic volume jump in between. So let's say we want to assign PC40 to an accessory of the plugin. So let's go ahead and assign this to activating or deactivating the delay pedal. So we're going to go ahead and delete this program change. Get out. I'm going to go out to the delay. Click right, hit enable MIDI learn. Hit it twice. Disable MIDI learn, and now your program change is going to turn on and off the delay pedal. You can also assign program change messages to increase or decrease the value of a knob or a slider. You can see from the menu that I've assigned PC40 and PC41 to increase and decrease. Let's go ahead and put this on delay tempo. So let's go ahead and exit out of that. Now my delay tempo is going to change incrementally up and down as I want to go. Now, if you want to do this from the plugin, you go ahead and click right, enable MIDI learn, one button, two buttons, disable MIDI learn. So now you'll be able to adjust the time incrementally up and down. So let's go ahead and move on to notes. As you can see from the menu, notes have the toggle, increase, decrease, gate, value, and preset. So the note preset works the exact same way as the program change. So we're gonna go ahead and choose our preset. I know that I've set this to C5 and this to C6. So we're gonna go ahead and scroll down. We're gonna find C5. And then we're going to add another preset, note preset. Go with the Punisher. I like the Punisher. And we'll go with C6. I'm gonna exit out. Playing with fire, the Punisher. So one of the next more interesting things is the note value. What you do is you assign two different note values to the same parameter, assign one note and then the second note, so that way you can switch between the two different values. So what I've done is I've assigned these two buttons to the drive or the gain knob. So when I press the 4, that goes up to the maximum. When I hit 3, that goes back to 0.47 of the value of the knob. So let's say you want to adjust this back to 0.25 or a quarter of the value of the knob. So let's go ahead and put that in. I'm going to switch back 1/4, and then full, and then 1/4. So that way if you want a boost in gain, you can then do so with these two controls. And note value is pretty much the exact same thing as the CC value. they're going to have the same exact functions as each other. Same thing with the CC toggle, the note toggle, and the program change toggle. They're all going to function and behave exactly the same. So let's talk about the expression pedals. One of the things that I like the expression pedal for is dialing in gain or input gain. So we can actually just go ahead and right click the input, enable MIDI learn, and then use our pedal to dial in input gain. Disable MIDI learn, and then you're done. Now, the only problem is that when I go all the way up, it puts the input at 23.5, which is absolutely gonna clip my input gain. So then I need to adjust the input value of the expression pedal. So for the Behringer, I'm just gonna change this one preset. Let's go and select expression A. Let's go ahead and go this. So it is on CC27, so I'm gonna go from 1, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go to 60. And then confirm, and then press down. And yours is probably gonna be set up a little bit differently than mine, or be programmable differently than mine, so look up your user manual to do so. So now this should only go up about halfway. So minus 1.5, that's perfect. It's a little bit lower than normal, but I feel like that would be still a viable way to get some good input swells. So let's go ahead and switch the expression pedal over to the gain knob on the overdrive pedal. So using the expression pedal, I can now change the amount of gain that I'm applying while I'm playing. So typically control change messages are used on sliders such as the expression pedals, but you can program control change values into buttons as well. So before I was able to show you how you can control a knob to go to specific values using 2 different keys. Now the problem with that is that you would have to hit the C5 button and then the C6 button to switch between the two. However, I was able to use a CC absolute message to change between 2 values without having to split it between 2 buttons. Now this is going to get a little bit in the weeds, but go ahead and stick with me. So I have my preset that I want to adjust. So I'm going to hit down to adjust the preset. Now what this is saying is that I have one control change message sent here, the second control change message sent here. Now if I go into my first, I'm coming out of control change 1. The first control change message has a value of 0. If I go to my second control change message, I'm coming out of the same control change 01 with a value of 60. So that way, when my CC absolute channel 1 is set on my input gain, and I hit this button, it switches between 0 and what would be considered value 60. And you can do this in the same way as you would control the expression pedals, but this is just giving you a number value instead of a continuous control change message. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell icon for notifications on when we upload our videos. Comment down below. Let me know if you like this content, if you want to see more like it, or if there's any particular suggestions that you have on MIDI commands that I should look into. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.